Buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're going to shoot over and pick up old Waylon wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rod. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, and big old fat squirrels. Welcome back to Waylon Wire's Old Iron. Hey, we're going to have some fun today. We're going to get back to fabricating and imagineering on, and not the Dojilak, no, the Dirty Dozen. Finally, guys, I know some of you have been waiting for it, and some of them, that's the only reason you came to this channel, and I appreciate all of you. So let's get busy. We got a lot to do. Yeah, me and you, we got to get her done. Okay, back out in the shop here tonight. It's pretty cold, and I ran out of fuel from a little bullet heater over there, but I'm gonna try and tough it out. You know, in January, it was unseasonably warm. It was above freezing almost every day in January up here, and that's just very uncommon. And now here it is on up into February, and now we're getting our January weather. It's been I hadn't been above 20 degrees up here for a few days, and on a couple nights from now it's supposed to be down to about 6 above. So I don't like it. I'm tired of it, but that's all right. Comes with the territory, I reckon. So I'm gonna do a couple things tonight. It's something I've been needing to do every time I move this out, move this rig around. Well, hey, you get this one eyeball. It's gone shy goggling, you know, and these things are loose and they're flopping around and everything just looks horrible. So let's fix that tonight. That's enough of that, ain't it? Let's tighten those things down. And you know, I took the lens out of these things because they're so precious and original, and I was just so surprised that some kid hadn't popped them out, busted them out with a rock or a stick or a BB gun or whatever. Well, I found this truck, and oh, they're wonderful. They're almost hemispherical in shape. Well, I went out and got them out of the shed. I keep them all packaged up and bubble wrapped and stored off-site, so Waylon Wire won't damage them. But I can't do any better than that with one hand. But oh, they're just wonderful the way they're so round like that. I love them. So I don't want them to get tore up. Anyway, yeah, you're not gonna hear much out of me because I'm gonna get some music cranked up here. And YouTube used to let me play my own music on here, these cover songs, but the algorithms are more sensitive or something nowadays. I don't know, but they bust me every time. And it's not that it's a copyright strike. It's not that. It's just you have to share the revenue, and I can't afford to do that. I just barely make it as it is. So I'm gonna probably plug in some canned music here along about now, and I know some of you like it and some of you don't, but you know, you just got to do what you got to do, and I don't like working out here without any music. So somebody's got to suffer. It's either going to be me or you. All right, thanks guys. Good old web roads, the gift that just keeps on giving. I just had a funny feeling if I came over here and looked in this box that I wouldn't have to look very far to find what I'm looking for. This is wonderful. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, I can use that for something. But yeah, there it was. It was laying right there. I looked outside and I didn't have anything. And I go, oh, wait a minute. I know where there's some stuff. Well, that might be interesting too. Let me take that with me. That's web. Okay, my first thought was to just cut a little square out of this and weld it right on the top edge of that frame horn, and then round it to match, well, like I did the other one, to match those light housing. But this frame horn is about a 1/16 of an inch shorter than that one, and it's killing my OCD. So if I do it this way, I can adjust in or out. I gotta shorten these up because they hit back in there. I've got a piece welded in there. I just boxed this whole thing, end and the side. So, but it's back about an inch. So I'll cut this off, and then by having that, I can give myself a little bit of adjustment and pull that out, that little 1/16 of an inch that's killing me, and that way they'll both match on the front. We hope.
One minute gone, 30
Okay.
seconds left. Kevin at 20.
That works. I'm gonna throw a tack on that. And get that one on there, and then I'll adjust the other one
Get ready to wind this one down. We're coming out of the end.
if I need to.
Tony, 24.
All right, I turned the music down. I already know. I already know I'm going to keep those because they're just obnoxious and ugly and wrong, you know. And I don't care because that's what this thing's all about. It's obnoxious, gaudy. And you ain't seen the half of it yet. You just wait. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep them. I mean, it's one bolt. If I want to take them off, throw them away. It's one bolt, you know. At first, my first thought was I've got some great big giant link chain, links that big. And I got that, you seen that elk, there was that clock hanging out there in the tree by that chain, and that used to open the water gate at the dam up in Chelan Falls on Lake Chelan here in Washington. And they replace it every so often. And it's a special chain, special tensile strength, I guess. So my first thought was that I would come off of here and make a couple little bumperettes with that chain, wrap around the front of the fender here, and maybe do one and then drop down a couple inches and do another one. And that was my first thought for a bumper, and that could still happen, but yeah, I don't know. I could move these. I could move them up and back probably a little bit. I'd have to hack them up. I really don't want to do that. But I'm kind of liking it just because it's so horrible. Oh, it makes me laugh. And that's what this rig's supposed to do. That's what all my stuff's supposed to do. You know, and it does too. I go to car shows and people walk up to this thing and smile. You know, they get a big old smile on their face when they see this thing. And that just tickles my funny bone when I see that. Especially little kids. They see that thing come running. And I always throw them in there. Hey, get in there, have mom take your picture. You know, because all they've heard all day, poor little guys, all they've heard is, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. I mean, get in there and touch it all you want to. Drive it. Hang on that steering wheel. So that's what this is really all about. Never know. This thing, some little kid somewhere might have seen this thing one day that sparked something in him, and you know, 30 years from now he might be building stuff like this, or probably way better, but that's beside the point. Oh yeah, you know, that don't look too bad from here. Yeah, they stick out, but that's what Dagmars do. I can see the one on this side is further forward, so I'm gonna have to do a little modification. I'm gonna have to slide them back a little. I'm gonna figure that out, how to do that. I can put that tab up on top and like I first talked about, but yeah, and then I can still adjust it and slide those back. I might have to do some cutting on the inside, but I can slide them back over those frame horns. Let me investigate that. That's probably a good idea. Now, when old Waylon says, let me investigate that, what he's really saying is, let's open a big old can of worm. Okay, upon further investigation, I have made an executive incision. Yeah, it seems to me the one on this side is protruding a bit more than the other one. So I think what I'm going to do is this is a mounting hole, but I've still got a 3-bolt mounting plate underneath that I can come off of this frame and forward and bolt to it. And I think what I'm gonna do is follow this curve right here, follow the curve of this fender, and come here and cut this, and that won't look too bad because I'll be getting rid of that ugly there and just leave a nice smooth chrome piece, and that's going to be more pleasing to the eyeball. And that way, if I could slide those back about 2 inches, I think that would be a wonderful thing. They just look better if they're snugged up against that fender. I think it's going to be a lot of work, but you know, anything worthwhile, it usually is. So yeah, my first little plan didn't pan out too good, but it led me to the next step. So that's okay. We'll get there eventually. This is fun stuff. I don't mind this at all. So yeah, let's do it. That's supposed to be just tacked on there. Well, if I get my hands on the guy that tacked these on there, there's gonna be trouble. I'll move that back 2 inches. I can still use those. Just angle that up. Well, let's see how far back we can go without hitting this inside bracket. If I have to take it back some, I can. You know, we can do anything. We can cut metal off and we can weld it back on. You can do anything with metal. Okay, that is a lot better, And I got that contour pretty good. It follows that fender pretty good, especially higher I go, because that's where I put the paper. I knew I was going to be raising it up. And that fits really good. And I'm thinking I want to go a little bit more. If I could get rid of this little divot right here where that, my light. If I could get rid of this little divot where that mount was, if I cut that much more off, go back that much further, it'll look that much better. If I go back a ½ inch more, it'll look a ½ inch better. That means, because of the frame horn, that I'll have to get into this bracket here a little bit on this side, because you can see that's at an angle. If it was square across, it would be fine, but I'll have to take out one mounting bolt, and that's okay. There's still 2 more. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to go for it. Scary. Scary, boy. It's all right. Do my best work when the pressure's on. You know, one time I had to speak at the Washington State Hort meetings, and I'm not a procrastinator, especially with my business. Boy, I'm on it. You know, I'm making those phone calls and ordering those supplies. I'm on top of it. And I told my daughter-in-law, I said, I know I've got ADD, so how is it I become so attentive and focused and on the ball during grafting season? Well, she said that's part of it. It's hyper focus. I go, oh, okay. But anyway, one time I had to give a speech I had to speak at the Washington State Hort meetings. I did a couple times. And the California Wine Grape Growers Association in Sacramento. That was a big deal. But I waited until the night before that event to write my talk. And not because I was putting it off and procrastinating and just not getting around to it. I did that on purpose because I knew when the pressure was on, that's when I would do my best work. And it turned out okay. So here we are. The pressure's on. Wants me totally screwed up. Okay, I'm okay with that. I've still got 2 mounting holes there and still got one on top. I may only use that one on top anyway. We'll see. Let's go see how it fits. Oh, look at that.
Oh, would you look at this?
Look at that fit, man. Why, you couldn't get cigarette paper in between there and that fender. Well, maybe real thin. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. I think it might be kicked out 1/16 of an inch on the bottom. Just gotta go down just a little. There we go. Yeah, put one of them whaling tacks on it. As you go down, the contour of this fender changes. And I've dropped it down enough that it's affected it. So here we go. Back to the grinding board. All right, I think it's time to go cut the other one up. Hack, let's hack. I'm a hack, man. Boy, that was a battle. Tell you what, they're level. That was a struggle. Close enough. Close enough. I'm off a little bit. This one is good. This one is tapered in. You can see there, about a quarter of an inch. Nah, not quite. But I have to take it off. Well, I got to take it off anyway, because I just got it tack welded to the frame horn in there. And what I'm going to do is build the tabs out here to bolt into that. So it's got to come off anyway. And when I do, I'll shave it a little right here, and that will bring it right back out. I'm just feeding my OCD right now. But yeah, I got it close enough that I'm going to go ahead and build those tabs. And this one might be rolled just a little, but there's some. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, that's fine. And I had to lower them down because they were coming up, excuse me, getting into my headlights. They were sticking up. Not really, but close. And so I brought them down. That's it's good enough for rat rod work, I guess. Okay, like I said, I'm just feeding my OCD about this little deal here, but I can correct that when I get my things mounted and cut those welds loose. Well, I'll shave a little off that side, and that'll bring it back out. It'll be square. All right, let's do it. Building these tabs right here because you saw me build the other ones, and these are almost the same, except I ran out of acetylene. I mean, argon. So, but I don't think I've got a whole lot of welding left to do. I'm pretty happy with that. Got them shoved back a little, and and they're square and level and straight and aligned and all that good stuff. So I think it's time to move on to phase 2 of this project. Okay, I wanted something to put in here, and I got online and I looked at well, first I looked at 4-inch lights. Those big old amber lights set up on top, that's enough. They don't need more amber in here. So I looked at some 4-inch lights, and I found on eBay some old-time tractor lights. They used to put a little light on the rear fender, the old Ford 9Ns, that sort of thing, so to shine back on your equipment at night. And those would fit in there probably pretty good. This is 4.5 inches. So yeah, to the outside of that rim there, that's 4.5. Inside is 4. From there to there, but I kind of didn't need any more lights on there, and I thought, well, what about those rubber bumpers, the rubber Dagmars? Well, there they are. Those happen to be 4 inches, you know. So I looked online, and yep, you can buy those. As a matter of fact, I think I replaced these. I'm sure that old bumper wasn't in that good a shape. So that was an option, and it's still an option if I don't like what I'm about to do, because I don't have a whole lot of money in what I'm about to do. But those were kind of spendy. Those rubber bumpers. Rubber bumpers. So, and the next option was, I'm gonna go on a scavenger hunt. So that's what I did today. I went to Walmart, and I picked up 3 of these stainless steel bowls for $8. And check this out. Now, the inside of that is polished stainless steel, I guess. And the outside's a little bit dull, but I'm gonna get some rouge tomorrow. And I got my polish, my buffing wheel out over there a while ago, and it took me a while to find it. I haven't used it in years and years. But I'm gonna see if I can polish that up a little bit. And then while I was at Wally World, I happened onto some mixing spoons. And the big one on there could go something like that. But take the handle off and run a bolt through the whole thing and put a big washer on the back side, and bingo. So I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna see what that looks like, and if I don't like it, then I'll go to the rubber bumpers. I'm thinking that's what was in there, probably. And he may be in there again, but we'll see. This is creative, you know. This is what I really like doing. Modifying these things, making them fit the way I want, building mounts, some fabricating, you know, and some imagineering, like things like this. And that's what builds up my mojo, and I need to get some mojo in the bank. So, because I'm gonna have to draw on it and get back on that, do some more stuff on the Dojalac over there. But this is putting mojo points in the bank right here. I really enjoy this. I've been at this for, shoot, 12 hours, I guess. It's 10:30 at night. Yeah, I started about 10:30 this morning. So, and I ain't done yet. I think I forgot to mention what all this cost me. And I wish I didn't have to buy 2 sets of these, because these were kind of spendy. These were spendy. These were over $6. Each set of measuring spoons was $6 something. But all total, tax and everything I needed, I got out of there with, I think it was just under $24. Must be a little bitty fella in there driving that thing. Maybe tomorrow I'll locate. Well, let's get it down off the lift and take a look at it. Well, there you have it, folks. We have Dagmars on the Dirty Dozen. Dirty Dozen Dagmars. How about that? You know, I don't know what it is, but I'm just strangely drawn to them. I don't understand, but, or maybe I'm just not as funny as I think I am. I think they look pretty good. I don't know. I like how this matches, you know. I got to take those apart too and put some new sockets in there, or new pigtails in there, and change those to 12 bulbs. But when I get those other lights mounted in there, oh man. Oh, jump back. Yeah, that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Okay, I guess that's enough. Enough for tonight. All right, guys, I want to thank you for showing up again, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks to all the newcomers. I hope you'll stick around. There's going to be some crazy stuff around here, guarantee. We'll see you next time right back here on Whaling Wire's Old Iron. I sure do appreciate you.